stairs. Either way, I'm official, shit I've been through, need a prayer. You gon' probably see the Lord when I hit you with the chair. Woo, feel like Ric Flair, yeah. Bang your baby mama 100 times like a snare. I'm the why, when, and where. Yeah, pissy drunk off Julio, I pop off like a flare. If I ain't with the $1 billion show, I'm probably in my lair. Going dummy on something like people up under the stairs. I'm a mummy or something, rap a nigga like I ain't present. Got a shout out to that nigga that tried to murder my ex. Know you a blessing to this world and I just pray you get protection. Silly nigga, the money show me affection. Pistol on me moving so freely, some call it reckless. Double necklace like the cup that I'm drinking out of got Henny in. Ghost tells I give you the game cause you know we really in. Walk. Lame. Yeah.
Me, I'm on my grizzy. I be smoking till I'm dizzy. Got his stances on the glizzy. Don't make me spin this bitch like frisbee. Talking about me, shit get risky. I want money, pumps they itchy. Niggas wasn't with me. Trenches, niggas better keep your distance. I be on this mission. Blue cheese ain't no dressing. I be vibing, ain't no stressing. If I'm there, I keep my weapon. I want mine and I want extra. If you own it, I'm gon' catch it. I've been on the pot and pressure. Wish that weight like I wrestle that fire. Go turn your west. The Casper collect that plate like a pastor. I'm a money making bastard. Certain squares, white castle, ducking handcuffs and them shackles. I want cheese like a pack of niggas. Snitch without the rider. Me knowing that it's half the battle. Me blow stacks to make them matter. If I'm fucker, then I spatter. Getting heads, you know I'd rather get that bread. You know I'd rather eat that dick. You know I love her. When I'm finished, you can get her. When I'm finished, you can get her.
Fraction more. Thousands all over the world are dressed out, and yet only one man is ready to start. He played with Garnett and the Minnesota Timberwolves with a career that started with the Indiana Pacers and earned the NBA Head Coach of the Year with the Toronto Raptors. You hear him on Sirius XM Radio and saw him on NBA TV. And now, get the buzzer ready. Start the clock. Blow the whistle. Right now, it's time for former NBA head coach.
I'm your host. Welcome. I'm your host, Sam Mitchell. Welcome to In the Game Network. I'm your guy, Sam Mitchell. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Also, every Monday at 1 p.m., the raw side of things with Sir Bam Bam, who has an interesting way of looking at all the things that are going on in the world today in the United States and putting a comedic spin on top of it. But Nadi, I'm here today joined with my producer, James Harmon, a.k.a. Nadi. You know, the thing that I've noticed about you, James, is that since we've been doing this podcast, you've been coming in here clean shaved and your hair redone nice, and Even though I'm not a big fan of the dreads and the locks and the braids.
Right.
And, I used to have braids when I was a kid, but as I've gotten older, I've understood my masculinity, and I didn't need to have my hair braided all the way down to the crack of my butt. But unlike you,
Yeah, my hair ain't that long.
yeah, well, you wish you're trying to get it there one day. But we got some good news before we start the show, Dave. We got to talk about Shedeur Sanders, and for all the people that was talking about Shedeur was set up. No, he wasn't. But we're gonna get to that. First, we gotta say congratulations. The news is broke. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are engaged, and congratulations. Yeah, man. Look, I'm a huge football NFL fan. I'm not a big Kansas City fan, but I do love and respect great players. And Travis Kelce has been a great player, great tight end, a position I played in high school. Not nearly as effective as he was, but I tried to play the position. And look, Taylor Swift, I like some of her music. If it comes on radio, I'm 60. I'm not a Swiftie, but I respect what she does as a professional. I respect her stances on the fact that as a young woman, she takes a political stance. So it's not just about creating music and making money.
Right.
She's an involved citizen, right? And again, regardless of your political, whether you're a Republican, Independent, or Democrat, I respect all people that are active in the political process. To me, the people that are not active, you don't have a right to complain. Look,
I disagree with that.
Well, look, man, unless you're going to go vote, and you and I done had this conversation before, and I hear people say all the time, it doesn't matter, and it may not. But I do know this. If you don't get up off your hind side and go down there and vote, then what are you complaining about?
What about if you paying your taxes? You don't have no say so. You paying taxes, they're using your tax dollars to fund different things.
You know how you have a say so? By voting the people in that's gonna do what you want done with your tax dollars.
I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying.
So again, you have a right. Yeah, you have a right to be mad you're paying taxes. Okay. But this is not the thing. The people that you don't agree with, why don't you find and get behind someone that you do agree with?
Well, if you don't agree with nobody.
Okay, now I'm gonna say this.
Well, if you don't agree with nobody, sometimes all the candidates are bad.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard the lesser of two evils?
No, I don't agree with the lesser of two evils. I don't agree. Evil is evil.
I agree, but you don't think there's levels of evil?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
so let me ask you a question.
No, I don't.
Is there a difference between a guy walking down the street that'll punch a 12-year-old in the face and a guy that's walking down the street that'll punch a 30-year-old in the face? Is there a difference?
One number punches 12-year-old. Yes, there's a difference.
Oh, so you're basically saying there is levels of evilness because this is
that's a terrible analogy.
I know, but I want it to be terrible because the man that punches the 30-year-old in the face got a chance to get punched back. The man that punches the 12-year-old, he's just doing it to someone who can't protect or do anything to protect himself.
I want to use that analogy. My analogy would have been.
I wanted it to hit home.
My analogy would have been: is there a difference between somebody that punches a 12-year-old boy in the face and somebody that punches a 12-year-old girl in the face?
No, that's not the same.
Yeah, they both evil.
Yes. There's no consequences to either one.
Isn't it better to punch a 12-year-old boy in the face as opposed to a 12-year-old girl?
The reason I use that analogy is because the 30-year-old can come back and do something.
I got you.
Neither the 12-year-old boy or girl can do anything.
Right. Well,
so there's level. Look,
I don't disagree with
what you're saying. Bad is bad.
Right.
But sometimes in life, we got to try to figure out who's going to do the most damage.
I agree with you.
And then we got to try to pick the person until we have a better candidate.
I agree.
To sit there and say, just do nothing but complain. Look, man, I don't know if it matters or not, but I get my butt up on local elections and statewide elections and the federal elections, and I go vote. Okay. My mother, who's 86 years old, even though they don't want to give you water, even though they don't provide a place for her to sit, my mother at 86 goes and votes because my mother remembers when Black people and women couldn't vote.
I agree with you.
So her thing is, so think about something now. I say this all the time. Anytime somebody go out of their way to disillusion you and to put obstacles in place to make it harder for you to have something, why do you think they're doing that? Let me tell you something. See, this is my pushback on you, the people that think like you. For all y'all that say voting don't matter, right? And it may not.
It don't.
Well, hold up. Why are they trying so hard to stop you from voting if it
Why
don't
are they
matter?
trying so hard
Hold
to
up,
get you to vote?
wait. If your vote don't matter, if your vote
I'm
don't,
saying this.
hold up. Man, I'm gonna say it again.
Yeah,
Are you and my wife related?
Yeah, we
Because
might be.
y'all have a hard
We might
time.
be related.
Dude, we can have a
But
conversation.
people like you act like that just because somebody don't vote on this thing, that means they don't vote on nothing. No, that's not the case.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
No, don't hold up, man. Don't be putting me in a box.
All right, don't
Listen
put
to
me in the
carefully.
box either.
Listen to me carefully. This is what I'm saying to you. That voting, if somebody goes, okay, if somebody goes out of their way to trick, to lie, to deny, and to come up with rules to make it hard for you to have something,
Right.
to obtain something.
I can understand where
Do
you're
you
coming
think
from.
they're doing that because it's bad for you, or do they
No.
think they're doing it for you? Or you think they're trying to protect you, or
They're not doing it for me.
okay then?
But this my whole thing. I agree with what you're saying. Your premise is what you're saying. It's totally logical. My thing is when you start to say, I'm going to vote for the lesser of two evils, now you have to debate which is the lesser of two evils.
And you need to have that debate because sometimes that's all you have to choose from.
Okay.
You have to have that debate. Look, man, I'm not saying Nadi is perfect.
Right.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying the people are perfect, but there are levels, right? Okay, put it to you like this. I'm a registered Democrat, but there are times I vote for an independent. There's times would I vote for a Republican if I think they're doing the right job and have the right mandate for the people?
Right.
I would, but I'm a registered Democrat. So when I sit down and look, I don't look for perfection. The first thing I look at is, and I don't even look at get caught up in is a person's heart is in the right place. Because I'm a person that believes in the Bible. And God always says, don't trust your heart. Your heart will lie to you.
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
Your heart will mislead you.
That is true.
Right? So God says that. So I don't get caught up in all that. What I do is, man, think about something. I read something a long time ago that stuck with me. And a minister said this, and I never forget it. He vote for and support the things that are close to them.
Right.
That's what I look at. If you care about people, you don't vote to take free lunch away from underprivileged children. You love people. You don't vote to take away Medicaid and Medicare from people. And I hear this stuff about a fraud. Listen, man, I'm going to say this.
Right.
For the small percentage, this is the difference between, this is how I look at good people and bad people. Bad people will deny 100 people services if they think one people is getting away with fraud. They would deny the other 99 people that need it because their whole thing is if one person committing fraud, they all must be. Good people will feed one person if 99 others are committing fraud. Why? Because it's the right thing to do. And now I'm going to say this, and we're going to move on to sports and stuff, but whether you're a Republican, independent, or Democrat, you got to vote. Now, I have friends in all walks of life. I have independents, I have Democratic, and I have Republican friends. And everybody vote for different reasons and vote for certain things for different reasons.
Right.
And I don't get into all that. As a matter of fact, I don't even talk to my friends about politics. That's something that should be personal. But what I will say to you is this. When I look at what people stand for, that's important to me. Look, man,
it is.
I'm all about cutting taxes. I'm all about, look, I don't like waste. I don't like fraud, and I don't like abuse. But to take away benefits from the 95 or 96 or 97% of the people that are doing the right thing, because now there's always going to be a small percentage of people that
but
do
it doesn't matter who.
Now, it's like this crime stuff. You know as well as I know.
Yep.
You ain't going to completely stop crime.
Right.
And if you really, 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 really cared about crime, why don't we do something about these guns on the street?
Right.
Last time I checked.
I agree.
The last time I checked, I ain't never seen nobody go in a crowd with a baseball bat and kill 24 people.
You haven't. You won't see that.
Think of, by the time you swing that bat one time, it's gonna be 10 people on your ass.
And that's
right. Now think about that.
right.
I ain't never seen nobody get out their car with a baseball bat, walk in a building, and kill multiple people.
You're never gonna see that.
Never
gonna see it.
ever.
That's the
But
thing.
I see it all the time and on the news with people with guns.
Right.
And this is another thing. I'm not anti-gun, but I'm anti-assault weapons. Look, I have no problem with my hunters out there. My dad was a hunter. I have no problem with responsible gun owners. I have no problem with people who use a gun in their home to protect themselves and their family. I do. I'm a gun owner. I'm a lawful gun owner.
Yeah.
But what I don't do, I don't need a machine gun. I don't need a gun to fire 100 bullets in 20 seconds.
Right.
What am I hunting? You hunt. I was in the Army.
Right.
Those type of weapons, Naughty. You know what you hunt with those?
People.
I was in the Army.
Yeah.
I fired marksman with an M16.
Yeah.
I know how to use a weapon.
I agree.
Right? And know how to use it well. Those weapons, and now this is what's the crazy thing about it, before we move on. Do people even understand what war is about? Let me ask you this question. Do you think it's smart if you're in a battle to kill the guy that you're fighting or to wound him?
If you're in a battle?
If you're in a battle, is it better to kill
in a war, in a jungle?
In a war, regardless, city, war,
it's
whatever
better
war.
to kill him.
No, it's not.
I mean, in my opinion,
let me tell you why.
Why?
Think of it from this standpoint.
Okay.
You out there, you done trained with these guys.
Right.
You done ate. You done trained. You done been in danger. You've been with this your new family when you're in combat.
All right.
If you get shot, what are we gonna do? Just sit there and let you bleed out?
No, you're gonna carry me.
We gonna. How many people are gonna take the care of you, help you? At least 2.
Right.
So now, if I shoot you and wound you, I just took 3 people off by shooting one and not killing.
Wait a minute. I thought we were talking about the enemy.
Hold up. I just took 3 people. The enemy. Think about it.
We're gonna leave him there.
Wait, you're not listening. See, that's why people. That's
no,
why.
Go ahead. I'm just saying it wasn't making sense.
If you're the enemy,
okay,
and I shoot you,
right,
and you don't die,
okay,
it's gonna take 2 of your fellow soldiers that care about you.
Okay, I got
to get you help.
Right.
There's 3 guns now that are not pointed at me.
Right.
All right. Now think about that.
That's strategy,
dude.
I feel your strategy.
In the military, we're talking that people think it's but now the people don't understand that.
Right.
You're taking every time you wound someone severely and they don't die.
Right.
You're taking 3.
You kill that. But I feel what you're saying.
But if you kill that person,
right,
they just keep on moving and keep on fighting.
Right.
You stop one gun, but you still got 2 others pointing at you.
Right.
But if you wound that person,
then
you just took 3 guns off the battlefield.
Guns out of the battlefield.
There you go, bro.
Right.
See, people don't even understand. People don't even get why there are rules to war.
Right. Don't nobody follow the rules of war.
Now, the people do. Know why? Let me tell you why.
I mean, in certain situations.
Because years later, when that war over, they come get them people who committed them crimes.
Yeah.
And they hold them accountable. They either go to prison or they get put to death.
Yeah. Sometimes they make deals.
Just because you think it's a wartime, you can just do and pillage.
No, they're war crimes. I agree. I know. I understand
absolutely,
that.
man.
Yeah, they're war crimes.
Let me tell you something, Nadi. When you get sentenced in a war crime, you don't get 10 years and with a TV in your room living by yourself. It normally within the first few weeks after. So look, moving on, and I didn't mean to get caught up in that, but I'm just saying, man, but it's our social responsibility to vote. And again, I say this all the time. If someone is doing things and to make voting so difficult, it must be that it works.
Yeah.
Or they wouldn't hundreds of millions of dollars to try to stop people from voting if it don't matter.
I feel you on that.
I'm only going to steal the election anyway.
I feel you on that.
Okay, now moving on. Shedeur Sanders, now Nadi, for all the people that thought Shedeur was being set up, what was the news the other day? Kenny Pickett got traded.
Yeah, Kenny Pickett got
traded.
For a
5th-round pick.
Yeah.
To the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yes.
And that means right now, Joe Flacco is number 1.
Right.
Dylan Gabriel is number 2.
Correct.
And Shedeur Sanders is number 3. Now this is my thought process. Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders gonna play this year.
More than likely,
because you already look. unless the Cleveland Browns start the season 5-0 and look like they got a legit chance of being a playoff team and run a deep run, at some point when they hit that skid, Joe Flacco going to the bench.
I think Joe Flacco is gonna get a long leash though.
Yeah, because you got 2 rookies unexperienced.
Right.
So he's but 17 games. So you can give him 9 games as a long leash.
Yes.
But at some point,
right,
he's gonna get pulled. Like that leash is gonna get that choke chain gonna get pulled.
If you count on them not being good.
If they do what they're supposed to do, which is not be good.
Why are they not supposed to be good? They got a really good defense.
Who they throwing the ball to?
They throwing the ball to Jerry Judas, Cedric Tillman.
That's your best receiver.
Njoku.
Okay. Well, look.
Jamari Thrash is really who they drafted. Jamari Thrash last year in the first round. He really playing well.
What division they playing, don't you?
Yes, they play with the Cincinnati Bengals, who don't play any defense at all.
Just like them.
You playing with Pittsburgh, who we don't know what they're gonna do on offense.
Who else?
And you got the Baltimore Ravens.
Ooh, who else?
Okay.
Buffalo. You ever heard of Buffalo?
No, not Buffalo. Buffalo ain't in their division.
Yeah, but they're in the AFC.
Yeah, they're in the AFC.
So we're talking about who's coming out.
I haven't looked at their schedule. They might play Buffalo, but I'm just going off their division.
Okay.
They can compete in their division.
Are the Chargers in that? In the AFC?
Yeah. Okay, they can beat the Chargers.
Okay.
Who the Chargers throwing to? Ladd McConkey and who?
I like the Chargers team. I like the coach. I like the makeup. And I like, based on what they did last year, to build off of last year.
Right.
The one thing I know about Jim Harbaugh, I think he's kind of nutty in a funny way, but that man know football.
Oh, yeah. I like the Chargers.
And that man know how to build culture. And that man know how to coach.
Yes.
And this is the thing. For all the people say all this crazy stuff about him, them players play for him.
Yeah, they do.
They do. And at the end of the day, it don't matter what we think.
Right.
It matters what them 53 in that building thinks.
I like both Harbaugh coaches.
And so this is what I'm going to say, though. Shedeur and Dylan Gabriel are going to play this year.
Chances are they will play. I'm saying
First of all, what are the odds of a 40-year-old quarterback that can't move going to play 17 games?
That's my point. I think it's not going to be more about wins and losses as it is about injuries.
I'm going to make a bet with you. About 50% of the quarterbacks going to miss a game or two this year.
Yes, that's why I'm agreeing with you.
General manager, if my quarterback just got a little dinged up, I might well send him a game anyway.
Right.
Because it just don't do you. 17 games, man, is long.
That's what we agreed. Yeah. I was going off your premises that they just going to be bad and they're going to replace him. No, they could be pretty good, but chances are Joe Flacco is going to face some sort of injury.
Okay, how many wins you got Cleveland having this year? You and I need to make a bet so we can move on.
You know what?
Don't look at your phone. I'm talking about you.
The schedule.
Don't look at me.
How can I
look at the schedule? But
let me pull up the schedule.
But my point is this. Shedeur Sanders, this is my thing for Shedeur. You're going to be in right now, you are in an open battle in practice.
Yes.
And when the game's done, when you guys start getting minutes, you are in an open battle for the starting job for the Cleveland Browns next year. Yes. If you can't beat out a 5'9", 5'10", or whatever height he is, quarterback from Oregon, then you shouldn't get the job.
I don't know why you keep going off size and height.
Because it matters.
Like Shedeur ain't gonna beat out Drew Brees in his best year. He don't matter.
So now Dylan Gabriel, Drew Brees.
Kyler Murray is a good. You're not gonna beat Kyler Murray out. So
okay, well wait. What has Kyler Murray done?
I'm saying he had
wait.
Yeah,
what had the car? Okay, so now we're going back.
He's got another contract. That's what he's done.
He got another contract now because there's not enough good quarterbacks out there. What have they done since he's been there? What have they won?
They haven't won anything.
Oh, the same with the guy in Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence,
right?
Georgia boy.
Kyler Murray's been better than him.
Yes, but what's he got?
He hasn't gotten him anything.
If you come home from working 12 hours a day and there's no food on the table, what did it get you? It got you the same thing that, and you go next door and knock on your neighbor door. Your boy said, "Man, look, my wife didn't cook. What your wife cooked today?" He said, "Look, man, my wife didn't cook either. What did he get you?
Right.
Nada.
And then get you nothing.
That's right, but a hungry belly."
I agree.
I'm just saying this, man. Shedeur is going to get an opportunity to play.
Yes.
Dylan Gabriel's going to play. Because if you're the Cleveland Browns, it makes no sense to have 2 first-round picks next year in a year where people think there's 4 potential 5 first-round quarterbacks that's going to be in that draft. Also, with Archie Manning, who a lot of people think if he's anything close to Eli or Peyton, that this guy's a lock. So you're going to have an opportunity to draft a quarterback.
Right.
But the one thing you better be 1,000%. This is what you better not do. Roll the whole season with Joe Flacco, miss the playoffs at the end, not knowing what you got at quarterback. Dylan Gabriel stays on your roster. You draft the quarterback in the first round. Use your assets to move up to draft the right quarterback. Shedeur Sanders gets signed by somebody, and then wake up one day and the guy that you drafted struggling, Shedeur Sanders a starter somewhere, you're going to look like a fool.
Yeah, but
you're never going to get another job again. You know why? Because right now there is no pressure on the Cleveland Browns to be a playoff team or to go to the Super Bowl. The pressure on the Cleveland Browns got one thing to figure out this year. Do they have a quarterback on their roster right now?
I agree.
That's the number one thing in Cleveland. Because you already know you ain't winning the Super Bowl. Now stop. You're not winning the Super Bowl.
They don't know that.
Okay, how much money did you bet for Cleveland to win the Super Bowl?
I didn't bet any.
Okay. How
But
much
that's not what they thinking about in the building.
Okay.
They not saying like, look, we don't have a chance.
Okay. Let me break it down to you.
Stefanski has done a great job at the Cleveland Browns head
Let me
coach.
break it down to you. Every year, NBA, NFL, National League Hockey, Major League Baseball, every sport.
Mm-hmm.
Coming to the season, everybody have these dreams that they can win.
Yeah.
When I was coach of the Raptors my first year, even though they had won 20-some games, I would lay in bed, wake up in the morning and think, oh, man, if the lightning strikes just right.
That's my point.
Wait a minute. We all feel like
right.
That. And then guess what happens? We start training camp.
Right. Okay.
Then we play some games, some preseason games.
Right.
And then the games come for real.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden I realized that dream that I had, if that's what it was, a dream. Because guess what? We playing against LeBron.
Right.
We playing against Luka. We playing against Steph. And all of a sudden we playing these teams with all these guys. And I turn around and I look down on my bench and I don't see nobody who better than LeBron. I don't see nobody better than AD. I don't see nobody better than Luka. I don't see nobody better than Steph. And I can just go on and on and on. And now let me tell you the worst feeling as a coach is when something happens and you look down at your bench and you look back and you realize there's nobody you can put in the game that has a chance to make any difference, but make it worse.
Right.
That's when reality hits you in the ass and say, we're probably not gonna this year.
Well, you know,
that's when reality hits.
Cleveland starts out. They got a rough 4 weeks.
Yeah, but
maybe after 4 weeks they think that way.
But my point is this: this is what I'm gonna do. Once I go down that road, I don't care how good Dylan Gabriel plays.
Right.
He's gonna get his time.
Mm-hmm.
Shedeur gonna play because I gotta evaluate.
Right.
If Kevin Stefanski gonna keep his job, okay. Go back to last year. The New England Patriots, if they lose their last game, they get the number 1 pick.
Mm-hmm.
Now think about this. You've been terrible all year.
Right.
You're going to coach your ass off and win the last game. So you get the 3rd pick.
Right.
They fired the coach.
He was going to get fired anyway.
Maybe.
That's
maybe
why
not.
he went. That's why he bucked the system.
Now, this is the question.
Same thing with Antonio Pearson.
Let me finish. But this is what he did. He put himself in a position where he may not ever get another head coaching job.
That might be
because
true.
He did not do the right thing. The right thing would have been to lose that game, to get the number 1 pick. Now you give the organization's option. So even though they may have fired him anyway, let's say his name comes up for another job.
Right.
At least as his agent, I can make the case that my guy is always going to put the organization first before himself. And by making sure you lose that last game, you've proven you've put the organization before yourself. Every coach, now that I'll never forget this, Wayne used to say, man, I want to win every game. And Wayne used to say this all the time. He said, Coach, let me tell you the difference between winning 27 games and winning 23 games. It's only 4 games. But the difference may be of having the 5th pick or the 2nd pick.
Right.
Which one would you rather have?
You rather have the higher pick.
If you got the 2nd pick,
right,
instead of winning 27 games next year, you might win 35.
Right.
And then from 35, you win 42. When you win 42, you make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I mean? But if you get that extra win, those wins, and you go to the 5th pick, And now the 5th pick is a guy you got to take a flyer on. And he
Right.
doesn't pan out. Ask Chicago Bulls how that worked out. Ask Chicago Bulls when you're drafting people at number 4 and they don't pan out and you still got to pay them to try to save face.
Yeah.
Patrick Williams. Ask him how that's worked out for them so far.
Right. It ain't worked out.
Now you think about this. What if they had the 2nd pick instead of 4th?
Well,
pick?
the NBA does a lottery, so you it's not like the NFL.
There you go. The
NFL
NFL would be
different.
guaranteed.
It's guaranteed.
That's
right.
why Gerard Mayo made a mistake, because he did not put the future of the franchise over his own personal feelings. Every coach want to win. I ain't never met a coach that wants to lose. Even when you need to lose, it's still a hard thing to do. But you have to remember, at the end of the day, you're there to make sure this organization is moving in the right place.
Well,
That's how I judge general managers.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
As an NFL coach, how do you throw a game? Because the players gonna play to win. They're not. If a player throws a game, we know what kind of trouble that could be.
You're doing the play calling. Also, you're doing the substitutions.
Right.
The best way to do it, play young guys.
I'm playing my starting quarterback, and I need him to be healthy.
Play now. You know this as well as I know. You play Shedeur and you play Dylan Gabriel, they're gonna lose games. That's what rookie quarterbacks do.
Yeah,
they lose games. They don't have experience,
but they're trying to play well. They're doing their best,
of course. But now it's the NFL. You're a rookie quarterback.
You don't want your quarterback to do good.
No, they're gonna make mistakes. Okay, I'm gonna say this, and I know people gonna laugh. I keep seeing where everybody think the Minnesota Vikings, because of the coach, is gonna go to the Super Bowl. You got people thinking they're gonna come out to NFC.
Because they got a really good defense.
I'm gonna say this: they're not gonna make the playoffs.
I'm not gonna
put me on record.
I got on record.
Not gonna make
Trust me, you're on record.
Think about this. I've been hearing all my life, quarterback the hardest position.
Yep.
All the quarterbacks. Name one quarterback ain't never played a real game in the NFL and took his team as a rookie to the Super Bowl. I'm waiting.
Nobody.
Hold up. I couldn't even sit back and relax before you gave me that.
You gave me a question.
Hold up. In the history, people. So now again, you're going to take a guy that went to Michigan, that didn't get to throw the ball, didn't throw 20 passes a game, heavy run offense. And this guy going to be the first? Hold up.
No, but that don't mean he can't make the playoffs.
Not John Elway, who was unbelievable in college, number 1 pick.
Right.
Not Peyton Manning.
Right.
Who was unbelievable in the FCC. Peyton Manning threw 28 interceptions people rookie year as quarterback. Something like that. Not all these great quarterbacks, Andrew Luck coming out of college. We're going to take a rookie quarterback who missed his entire rookie year, didn't get any regular season snaps, and we're saying we're going to put Super Bowl on his back?
No, but he can make the playoffs. A lot of rookies that make the playoffs. I don't think they.
You're not it.
I don't think they're going to do that good either.
You're right.
I mean, I think they're going to be all right.
You're right. But show me, what did he do in college that makes you believe?
He just won that championship.
Did he win it or the team win it?
He on the team
he was
now.
Part of the team.
He's not going to win nothing by himself now.
Did they run it more or pass it more?
They ran it more.
Okay.
And they might run it more this year in Minnesota. We don't know how they're going to play.
Now, it just blows my mind. All I've been hearing for 50 years.
They got Chicago twice.
All I've been hearing for 50 years is that it's almost impossible for rookie quarterbacks to play well.
That's how it used to be.
As great as but this is the difference. Jaden Daniels had 60 starts.
Okay.
So the guys who started 40-plus games, how many starts did he have at Michigan when he was named starter?
I'm not sure how many
starts. How many starts did the Minnesota Viking quarterback have? This is preposterous. This is crazy to me for people to actually think. People act like, the coach matters. Coach don't play. Coach does not play. So when you look at all this stuff that's being said, I just don't believe it. Look, I just don't believe it's too much to put on a rookie play, and I just don't think we've never seen a rookie quarterback take his team to the Super Bowl.
And we're not gonna
And
see
then
one
we're
this
not
year.
talking about John Elway, Peyton Manning. We're not talking about guys that came out of college that was game changers, guys that came out of college that changed the way we look at the quarterback position. So have you found it? How many games did he start in college?
I don't see how many he started.
Ah.
28.
28 games.
He was a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. He was one of the top. He finished his college career with a 27-1 record.
Ooh, great job.
Yes.
How good was Peyton Manning in college?
He was really good. He didn't
Wait,
win
hold up, let me ask you a question.
that championship.
No.
T. Martin came in the next year and did.
But let me ask you this though. Did Peyton Manning struggle his rookie year as quarterback?
Yes.
Started?
Yes, he struggled.
Through 28 interceptions, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But that was then. CJ Stroud didn't struggle. He made the playoffs his first year. The kid in Washington, Daniels, he played really well his first year.
Sure did.
It happens. Some quarterbacks come in and play
it's gonna
good.
happen for this guy?
If you got a good team around you, I think he has a good team around him that they're going to give.
But you do realize now, the stuff he's about to see opening week, he's
Right.
never seen before.
You're correct.
And this is another thing, bruh. This is the telltale thing. He has never taken a real NFL hit. Not one.
I agree.
Think about something. Dude, I watched Caleb Williams the other night.
Uh-huh.
Man, Caleb Williams dropped back. He got drilled. Caleb Williams been getting under live fire. This guy, they didn't even hardly let him play in the preseason.
Right.
They didn't let him play in the preseason. Why? Where they hiding? Think about this.
They see enough in practice. They scrimmage. The practices are actually harder than the preseason games.
Now, let me tell you something.
Nobody playing in the preseason.
Naughty. First of all, in the NFL training camp, if I get as close to you are right now, I'm a defender.
Right.
I might get cut if I'm not a starter.
Right.
You better not get. If I get close enough for a quarterback to throw a ball,
correct,
and his hand in the follow through hit a helmet,
mm-hmm,
if you ain't a starter or a key guy on that defense,
right,
your ass going home. You are taught, don't get near it. Look, man, the guy that stepped on Lamar Jackson's foot, if he wasn't a starter, he gonna get cut.
Right.
Because this is how we look at it. If you too dumb to follow those simple instructions, don't hit the guy or get near the guy with the red jersey on, you too dumb to play for me.
I agree. And
if you can't understand why, you too dumb to play for me.
Right.
So again, you're talking about a guy who is not even taking. I'll give you a quick story before we take a break. High school, we did the same thing with our quarterback. He was a senior, had to keep him upright. We had a chance to win state championships, so they thought. Couldn't touch him in practice. That's rare for high school. You normally could push him to the ground or something. First game, first pass, first scramble, first hit, knocked out. Couldn't take a hit. Had never been hit. So look, man, it's time for that music. Look, we got to take a break. But when we come back, look, all I can say is this. Shedeur Sanders is going to get a chance. For all the people that thought he was being set up, they traded Kenny Pickett to the Las Vegas Raiders to create space. It's going to come down. Look, Shedeur Sanders' competition is not Joe Flacco. It's not. It's Dylan Gabriel. And at some point, both of those young quarterbacks are going to play. And then at the end of the day, Nadi, this is what I like. Herman on the field.
Yeah.
And if not one of them are good enough, Gabriel will probably be on the team next. Go.
Yeah.
Look, we got to take a break. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe when you're listening to In the Game Network. I'm your host, Sam Mitchell. We'll be right back.
Sports fans of Real Talk and Hoops Insight, stay in the game with NBA legend Sam Mitchell. Now you can show your love for the In the Game podcast with exclusive merch from the In the Game online store. Coffee cups, caps, grab bold t-shirts, cozy hoodies, sleek thermal drinking cups, and more. It's all with that signature Sam Mitchell swagger. Visit inthegamestore.com today and get in the game with Sam Mitchell, because it's more than a show. It's a lifestyle on the In the Game network. And we're back on the In the Game network with Coach Sam Mitchell. Lead in.
Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to In the Game. I'm your host, Sam Mitchell. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Also, every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the raw side of things with Sir Bam Bam. Don't forget to tune in and listen. Sir Bam Bam will have you rolling world today. Now, to getting back and closing out, look, Shedeur Sanders is going to get a chance at some point to prove that he's the NFL quarterback. I would find it hard to believe that Joe Flacco is going to start all 17 games. It's just probably not going to happen.
Right.
Once Cleveland starts taking his beatings, I expect Dylan Gabriel to get the first opportunity. And then at some, if you're the Cleveland Browns, you got one job to do this year. Figure out if you have the quarterback, 2 first-round picks next year, going to the draft, and see can you find your quarterback then. But I read something, I heard something from an NFL guy that stuck with me. He said, a guy said, well, how often do you draft a quarterback? He said, until you get it right, until you get one. Because until you get a quarterback, you're not going to win.
Yeah.
You're just not going to win. That position is so integral when it comes to winning and losing. You're not going to win. So look, that's enough of that. Not it. Some more news. My Dallas Cowboys, or Cowboys. I started last 6-7 years. I started kind of divesting my spirit and my love for the Cowboys, because I just can't sit back and just take the same old dumb things over and over. Somebody explain to me, and now I'm gonna go this far. If you don't want to have the 3 highest paid players at their position on your team, I'm okay with that. Dak Prescott at one point was the highest paid quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
CeeDee Lamb at one point was the highest paid receiver. And Michael Parsons, if he gets the deal that he wants, he'll be the highest paid player, defender.
Right.
Last time I checked, Cowboys didn't make playoffs last year.
They didn't.
So what did it get you with the highest paid quarterback and one of the highest paid receivers? Nothing. So if Jerry Jones said, look, we need multiple positions filled, not just one, and he decided to trade Michael Parsons, I think it would be a mistake, but I understand it. But to not have this man signed or have not traded this man, and not, I'm going to say this, I think it's at the point now with 8 days to go before the regular season start. I think it's, even if they signed him today or tomorrow, there's no way I think he's ready to play.
They're not going to sign him today or tomorrow. He showed up to camp yesterday, which is good.
He just showed up every day.
And him and the head coach had a heart-to-heart. And
the head coach got nothing to do with this.
I'm just saying, I'm just giving you what the report
says.
say.
This is another thing. If I'm the head coach, do not talk Michael Parsons. Do not guilt him, make him feel bad, or talk him playing.
It's too late.
This is why I'm saying that.
That's done.
But not it. If you talk this man into playing,
he's gonna play.
But listen to me carefully. Not if he plays, let him play because it's him and his representatives and his family decide to play. Don't let it be because the coach talked you into it. Let me tell you why. Let's say the coach go to him, he get hurt. Not only he's done with you, every player on that roster, you can't never go to another player on your team and say, I need you to play when they're hurt. They're not going to trust you.
But he's not.
Now, let me give you a story. When I was the coach of the Raptors, I had a player come to me that had an injury, and it was a nasty fall.
Right.
And like a week after the fall, The general manager comes to me and said, look, this is a big game for us. We need him to play. So after shoot around, I'm going to pull him in my office. I'm going to beat him down, and I'm going to tell him he's playing tonight. Sure enough, general manager calls to play in the office, beats him down, gets on him, embarrass him. Your teammates need you, blah, 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 put all this pressure on him. The guy recants, I'm going to play. 2 hours before the game, the player came in early to try to go through his warm-up to see how he felt. Coach, hey, man, you playing tonight, right? Coach, I just went through the warm-ups with tears in his eyes. Now, this guy cared about the team. This guy wanted to play. This is not some guy that just wanted the money.
Right.
This guy wanted to play. Coach, I don't feel comfortable. I just tried to warm up. I didn't feel comfortable. I'm scared I'm going to hurt myself. Coach, I can't go today. And so I look at him and said, well, why did you tell the general manager? He said, well, Coach, he was pressuring me. He was beating me over the head. You know, he made me feel bad. And that's why I told him I would play. But when I got out here, I'm not comfortable. I don't feel confident in my body. I can't go. So I looked at the player. I respected the fact he came to me like a man, because this was one of my captains. This was a guy I trusted. So when he told me he couldn't go now, I knew he couldn't go.
Right.
So I told him, go shower, go get dressed. I'll handle it. Sure enough, boom, barging in my office, general manager. What the hell is going on? I talked to that guy this morning. I got him, told him how important he is to the team. I got him ready to play. He said he was going to play. And then I see him going back to the locker room. He said he can't go tonight. What the hell is going on? What did you tell him? After he stopped yelling, I said, look, this guy came in my office like a man with tears in his eyes and said he does not have confidence in his body. Mentally, he's not in the right place. He feels like if he goes on that court, he's going to hurt himself. Now, listen to what this guy done said. Look at all the negatives. I'm scared. I'm not comfortable. I don't feel right. I think I'm going to hurt myself. I said, now, let me ask you a question. What do you think going to happen if he goes out there and plays and hurt himself? He's done with me. He's done with you. Also, anybody on this team that witnessed this are going to be done with us. We're going to lose I'm going to lose the locker room. You're going to lose the team, because this is going to be on both of us. Because he's not going to say the coach made me play. He's going to say it started this morning with you. So I tell you what you do. Go up there and tell him he got to play. Take me out of it, because my job is hard enough.
Right.
We're trying to win. If this guy go out there and hurt himself, I say it's one game. Our season is not to go to the playoff. Game 35.
Right.
We're going to lose some more games other than tonight. I promise you that. But if this guy go out there and hurt himself, we're done. Not only are we done, get another job, because the word is going to get out. And that's what we're doing here, pressuring guys to play when they can't play. So now do that. You don't force guys out there on that field, man.
Marcus Parsons is not dealing with an injury, though.
Not it. This is my point.
He's on the contract.
Now, I played football and I played professional basketball.
Right.
Now, I didn't play at the football level, but I went through football training camps, several of them. First, you got to go through the soreness. You got to get your mind and your body right to getting hit again.
I agree.
When you ain't got hit in 5 or 6 months, that takes time.
How much time? Also,
you ain't put no pass on.
I'll say how much time we need.
Oh, not it.
2 weeks.
Think about this.
Because you got 2 weeks.
But hold up. Now, this is what you're missing. The pads are coming off the players now, a week before the regular season.
They can practice with pads like 2 days out the week.
Yeah, but they ain't hitting no more.
No,
hold up.
Now
think about this. Man, Michael needs some reps. Michael needs to hit. Michael better go over there and find a tree to hit. Bruh, I ain't no practice dummy.
You know how many players didn't play in the preseason?
But now, listen to me. But not it. They hitting in practice. That's my point.
Okay, he gonna hit in practice.
Not it, again. I'm gonna say this
2
again.
days.
I'm gonna say this again. Not it. because they practicing in pads don't mean they're hitting.
Right.
They just got the pads on for the extra weight in the helmet. Now,
Okay.
the reason when we don't go with pads, but we still wear helmet.
Okay.
That helmet weighs 8 pounds.
Yeah.
You have to get used to moving and running with that helmet on.
Okay.
The reason we practice non-contact with pads on, so you get to use your moving and cutting and your speed and stuff. You don't run as fast with 11 pounds
I'm
of
saying,
equipment
is
on.
Dallas the only team not hitting in practice, or every team not hitting in
At a
practice?
certain point, after you come out of camp, everybody stop hitting.
Okay, you saying they hitting in camp?
They stop hitting in camp.
Okay.
Because now that this is the thing. Most of your injuries happen in practice.
Right.
Because you're on the field alone. Now think about it in a game. If we get a 3 and out, we off the field. Well, in practice, we may go for 30 minutes offense, defense.
Right.
And the defense never come off the field except for subs.
Right.
You don't do that in the NFL game.
No, you don't.
You see what I'm saying? So it's different. You hit more in practice than in the game. And this is another thing. Once we get a week out, ain't nobody hitting no more. Because guess what we want to start the season? Fresh and as healthy as can be. Now, that my number one thing coming out of training camp was to be in shape and to be healthy. Man, the worst thing to do is to start the season hurt.
I'm saying, so
'Cause
how is
you
he
never
gonna
get right.
how is he gonna get acclimated?
He can't, but to the games, that's my point.
Right. So he gotta
So-
play.
But you're not listening. To go from non-contact
Right.
for 5 or 6 months
Okay.
to your first contact is in the game live when you ain't had no contact.
I'm asking you, how is he gonna get acclimated to play in the game?
But nah, this the problem. The only time he gonna be hitting now is game time.
Okay.
So that means it may take him 3 games to get in football shape.
All right.
All right. That's if he don't get hurt. Second, he ain't in game shape. Doesn't look like it. I can take a player and I can run him up and down the court forever.
Right.
But then we go on the court and you start cutting, coming off screens, bumping, grinding, going up for rebounds, jumping, stopping, doing. It's a different.
What is he gonna have to do to get back acclimated to playing the game? He can't just sit out. He
Well,
got to
not-
play to get back in the rhythm
That's
of playing.
my point. But not it. Because you haven't practiced.
Right.
Because you haven't put on pads.
Yeah.
Because you haven't been hitting, bumping, and grinding.
Right.
It opens you up and make you more susceptible to injury.
I agree.
So my thing is, if you put him out there in the first game, he get hurt. Now,
How
think
is he
about
gonna
this.
get acclimated to
But now
playing if
this
he
is-
don't play?
Now you're missing the point. You're gonna play him,
Okay.
but you're running the risk
Oh
of him
yes,
getting
yes,
hurt.
yes. That's his fault
And if he gets hurt, how's it his fault?
because he held out.
No, he held out. Everybody in his draft class that was eligible for an extension got paid.
Not everybody. I mean,
Who?
even if that's the case, you went. Michael Parsons made the error of going into talking to Jerry Jones and shaking that man's hand and saying, "We got a deal."
Now to stop.
That's what happened. All reports saying this is what happened.
You have a child. You have children, right?
Yes.
If your child at 12 years old went into a place and negotiated a deal,
I'm not disagreeing
Wait a
with
minute.
that.
and negotiated a deal,
Right.
and then you went in that store and that man said, well, your 12-year-old son came here and negotiated a deal. First thing you're going to say, first of all, why are you talking to my son without
I
me
agree,
being
but
with
my son ain't on the contract.
you? Michael Parsons has representatives.
Yes. He should
For
know
Jerry
better.
Jones, for Jerry Jones to bring that man in the room and start talking about the framework of a contract when you know this man got representatives is wrong.
I agree with that.
And what all this has done is make this harder to get a deal because Jerry Jones is wrong.
Yeah.
You don't do that.
Jerry don't have to give him no deal.
He don't.
Right. So you got to play.
Look,
It's that simple. You
Nah,
got to
that-
play. Go
I
to
agree
practice.
with you, but not it. But this is the problem. 90% of the contact drills and stuff that we're doing are over. See, the last
I
week,
agree. I
the
understand.
last week to get ready for the season is mental rep. We ain't hitting nobody.
Yes.
Man, look, if I'm an offensive lineman, I'm getting ready to get hit every play for 17 games.
Right.
I ain't hitting no more in practice.
Right.
You ain't hitting me. I'm not playing 17 games, and then you out here on the field like we did in high school, hitting for 3 hours.
So are you saying that Michael Parsons will play but he's just gonna be susceptible to injury.
There you go.
I agree. Yeah.
And but this is the thing. How does he play? See, now, Nadi, you're playing cautious. You're
Mhm.
playing not to get hurt.
Right.
You're trying to, you know what I'm saying? Now it's too much going to play is to play without thinking to react.
Right.
When you're out there, when you hit, how do I hit the guy? How do I fall?
Right.
How do I now when I hurt my knee and I tried to and I played through it, when I was running and I had to slow down and stop, I just couldn't stop and cut. I had to come to a slow stop. And then now I was a shell of myself.
Right.
I was playing, but I wasn't very good.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be with all that going through your mind. My whole thing is this. You don't know how many snaps he gonna do. And now the fatigue, when you're tired, that's when it opens you up to injury.
Right.
When you're tired, when you can't get out the way. Remember when Joel Embiid, the guy fell on his knee?
Mhm.
Well, now I remember 50 games over my career where somebody was falling back, but because I was in shape, I could just slide out the step.
Right.
Step out the way.
Right.
When your butt ain't in shape, it's slow reacting and it's slow moving. That guy falls into your leg.
Is that not when the coach, Michael Parsons' coach, Schottenheimer, had to say, he looks a little bit fatigued. Let me pull him out because I don't want him to hurt
That's what defense
himself.
coordinator do. But nah, this is the
Right.
thing though. He got to play to get in shape now.
He got to
And the only way to get in football shape is to play football.
play football.
And if we're not playing real live tackle football in practice, the only time you're going to get real live tackle football is in the game.
Right.
So I got to stretch him out every game to try to get him in shape. You
Yeah.
can run, look, running and hitting a practice dummy that ain't giving no resistance,
Right.
ain't doing that. This is different. When I come off that line and that 350-pound tackle engage me, and I got to spin, and I got to try to drive through him, and I got to get low and use all my leg strength. When I ain't done that for real
Right.
since last game of the season,
Mm-hmm.
hamstrings, soft tissue muscles, all those things make you susceptible to injuries. That's all I'm saying. Now that I think we're getting close to the point to where even if Michael Parsons signed, you're still a week or two regular season. I definitely wouldn't let him play. Now that I'm gonna put him out there against the Philadelphia Eagles in game one.
I have to.
And hadn't played.
I have to.
Wouldn't do it, Nadi. Because my goal is to have him for more games than okay, you go out there and pull a hamstring.
How else is he gonna get acclimated to playing football?
But
Other
Nadi,
than playing
the problem,
football?
you're missing the point. Because of this layoff and because of this holdout or because of his contract impasse, this is the problem.
He lost in the game of chicken. That's what
Okay,
happened.
let me ask you a question. So now look where you put Michael Parsons in position to. Everybody in the world know Mike. Okay. Let me ask you this. When Jimmy Butler acted a fool to get traded from Miami, all the people was, oh, he's killing himself. Oh, he's killing his trade value. Think about this. The team that done won the most championships in the last 10 years traded for him.
Right.
The team that's considered one of the best front offices traded for him.
They
The team, hold up. The team that has won the most.
Yes.
Okay, so all that stuff he didn't matter. You know why? Because people understood he had to do that to get traded.
Right.
So this is my point. If Michael Parsons goes out there and takes himself out of a game,
Okay.
if Michael Parsons in game 10, because he don't have a contract, is nicked up and it's questionable should he go and he don't go, do you think the rest of the league is going to hold that against him?
No.
There you
Nobody
go.
should hold that against
But
him.
not, oh, you're not listening. They're not because they understand. When
Right.
a fool, I would get on the radio and people are like, Coach, he killed. I said, guys, understand something. Every general manager and every coach in the league understands that's what you have to do to get traded.
Right.
Everyone understands that.
Uh-huh.
So they're not holding that against Jimmy.
Right.
They're not even paying attention
No,
to it.
they shouldn't.
They're laughing about it.
AD done it. James Harden done it.
There you
KD, everybody does it.
And guess what, Nadi? We may see that for the first time in a long time on the NFL football field. Because if that man
That
go
could
out
happen.
there and get severely injured, he can wipe $100 million off the table out of his pocket. Look,
Right.
we're going to take a quick break before we close the show out. We got some interesting. What's the name of our segment when we come back?
It's
Shoot or pass?
Shoot or pass. It gotta
Shoot
be.
or
It's
pass?
gonna have to be quick. We're gonna do
Yeah,
a
it's gonna be
quick
quick.
shoot and
So we're going
pass.
to take a quick break. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. You listen to In the Game. I'm your host, Sam Mitchell. We'll be right back.
Sports fans of Real Talk and Hoops Insight, stay in the game with NBA legend Sam Mitchell. Now you can show your love for the In the Game podcast with exclusive merch from the In the Game online store. Coffee cups, caps, grab bold t-shirts, cozy hoodies, sleek thermal drinking cups, and more. It's all with that signature Sam Mitchell swagger. Visit InTheGameStore.com today and get in the game with Sam Mitchell, because it's more than a show. It's a lifestyle on the In the Game Network. And we're back on the In the Game Network with Coach Sam Mitchell. Lead in right now to hear what the coach has drawn up on the chalkboard.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Sam Mitchell. Welcome back to In the Game. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Also, every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern, the raw side of things with comedian Sir Bam Bam has an interesting look on today's events in the world that we live in. Now, before we close the show, shoot it or pass it. Got a couple of questions for me?
Shoot it or pass it. One of them that Edgar, our other producer, he has in here is, what would you rather have? Would you rather have a team who has more experience or a young team with more energy?
Wow. If my team with more experience, because see, now you could be more experienced and still be in your 20s, like 27, 28, 29.
Yeah.
You have 4 or 5 years on your belt. Now, if you're talking about experience with guys in their 30s, I'd rather have young guys. But if you're talking about guys with experience under 29, I'd rather have those guys.
Okay, the NFC, they have the odds out. FanDuel put the odds out. Eagles are plus 360. They have the highest odds to make it back to the NFC Championship. The Saints are minus 1,500. They have the lowest odds of winning the championship. I mean, going to the NFC Championship. I want you to shoot it or pass it on the Eagles, Lions, 49ers, and Rams having the best odds to make to the NFC Championship.
I'm going with Eagles for this reason. The Rams, we don't know what the deal going on with Matthew Stafford, right? That back all of a sudden is not just going to be healed. So we don't know how many games he's going to be able to play before he go down. The 49ers, dude, they basically got a brand new defense. All those all-pros that they had are gone. So, look, man, the guy that I remember the most on their defense is Robert Saleh, the coach.
Right.
Who just came back from the Jets as coordinator. Like, all those other guys, I can't remember one guy. And you start talking about Greenlaw and all those guys,
right?
They had some studs on defense.
Yeah.
All those guys are gone. And then now you look at their receiving core, decimated with injuries. So, again, no, San Francisco ain't coming out of it. No.
Last one. It was a trading card that got sold for $12.9 million. Would you buy any card for $12.9 million? Or is there a better way to shell out that money?
Yeah, if it's going to go up to $20.9 million one day. Who's the trading card of?
I'm not sure who the trading card was.
If it's a Babe Ruth or Lou Gehrig, something like that, old card, yeah. If I had the money, I absolutely
It looked
would.
like a Kobe Bryant mixed with a Michael Jordan card.
If it's one of a kind, and it's not that many, but 2 or 3 out there.
Right.
Yeah. And now, this is the thing too, now. Was the person able to get it signed?
It looked like it was signed.
signed.
It looked like it was
Wow.
signed.
Yeah,
Yes.
you got something. Because this is part thing now. Kobe's not with us no more. Kobe's not signing anything else.
Right.
So anything you have a Kobe Bryant right now, I would tell you to hold on to it.
Right.
And man, I still miss that man. Matter of fact, of all the pictures back here behind me, I got one of Kobe Bryant.
It's crazy. My mama got a picture because my brother-in-law lives in LA, and so she has a picture of Kobe and a picture of Shaq.
I got 2 pictures in my office, people. Kevin Garnett and Kobe Bryant, basketball players. That's it. Listen, people, we thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button in the Game Network. Also, every Monday at 1 p.m., tune in to the Raw Side of Things with Sir Bam Bam. I'm your host, Sam Mitchell. Tune in next Tuesday. We'll be back with more stuff. And remember, like I say always, about the game. Don't hate the game. Don't hate the players. Don't hate yourself. Just learn how to play and maximize the game. We'll see you next Tuesday. I'm out.